Now, what about women? Women also make a mistake here. Women refuse to accept the male mind because what women don't like about the male mind is that it's detached. They don't like the fact that it's a little bit too cold-hearted at times. They also don't like the fact that men are highly sexual and they're pretty frivolous with their sexuality. So men a lot of times don't like to commit sexually to one woman. And this baffles the woman because the woman's like, hey, why don't you want to commit to me? And the man's like, hey, I just treat you like an object because I treat the entire world as an object. Everything is an object. That's what my mind does. I have a logical mind, which means it treats everything objectively. To the woman, she hears that, she's like, you mean I'm an object to you? And by that point, the man is like, shit, I shouldn't have told her that. I was being too honest. And that's an example of the man being a little autistic, right? So what does the man do? He lies to the woman and he says, oh, honey, I love you so much. And you're so special to me. You're not an object. You're not an object. So that's how it goes, right? Now I'm kind of playing this up a little bit, but you know, a lot of women struggle with accepting this. A lot of women struggle with accepting this. And that's what the sexists do. You know, we refuse to accept each other's fundamental biological attitudes towards life. Women don't want to accept detachment in men. Women don't want to accept the male sex drive. They say that it's wrong. And from the female perspective, you can see how that's true. And then from, you know, the male perspective, what men refuse to do is men refuse to accept the emotional language of women. They think women are complicated and overly emotional and kind of needy, and that comes with problems, and you can't reason with them. They're not fact-based. And of course, you know, from the male's perspective, that's true. But what I encourage you to do is I encourage you to start to see the opposite sex from their perspective, not from your perspective. It's very easy to look at the world from your perspective. That's the easy thing. The emotionally difficult thing is to say, okay, let me put my own shit aside and let me take your perspective and let me just see what the world looks like from your perspective and let me maybe see how I'm wrong about your perspective. That's what people suck at and they refuse to do.